So the Bubcast wants to get into flag planting. I've seen videos about it, and I've seen other people's takes, and I kind of want to give you guys my take. Kind of dissect it into like a bunch of different parts. As you know, Cleveland guy, Ohio State fan, so it's kind of hits home for me. Couple things about it is I love that the energy it brings for college football rivalry. With that being said, I think NC State, UNC, Florida and FSU, Ohio State, Michigan, Arizona State and Arizona. I like that energy that it's like, hey, like it brings a different vibe to college football. Now to go from that topic, I understand that it shouldn't lead to punching, getting maced, all out brawls. That looks ugly for college football. So I know that I can't get to flag planting without the brawling. So I like that I like what it offers for college football, but I also understand the negatives it brings for college football. Now I was an athlete, I didn't play much, but I did understand like win with class, lose with dignity type of thing. But as an Ohio State fan, when I first saw that, my first thought was, well, we win the game, that doesn't happen. So that's my main thing. Like, win the game, you don't have the opposing team make jokesters of you on your home field. And others are saying, oh, like, what's their home? They work out there, they live there, they spend there, they go to college there. I get that, but you win, there's no conversation for it. So my first thought was, hey, win the game, you don't got to worry about it. So that's my take with it. There's some things I loved about it, but I also know the things that I love about it brought really big negative things into the college football world. I'm one of those guys, like I said earlier, win the game, you don't have to worry about it. It just brings kind of a 50-50 on what your mindset is on college football, but I wish there was a happy medium to bring that type of energy and competitiveness without having the complete high negatives, because it's high energy with also high negatives, so it meshes and doesn't create well. Can I get high energy and no negative and get that nice separation? That would be really good for college football. The NC State guy threw the flag out of the stadium. Florida, Billy Napier was trying to get his guys to stop. Steve Sarkisian got his guys to stop. But I feel like the Texas game, all of those games have already happened. And Steve Sarkisian was like, well, okay, he saw everything that happened prior to his game. And he's like, I don't want that to happen. But Florida State was like ripping apart Florida's field and taking turf last year, and no one batted an eye because there really wasn't much of that going on last year. And then this year, when Florida does the same thing, Mike Norvell gets all bent out of shape, and Billy Napier's trying to get his guys to stop. So it's kind of like, can't do it last year, can't do it this year. I mean, you do it last year, and it's not a problem because it wasn't so globally under a microscope, but then you do it this year and it's bad just because it seemed like every single game, especially after the game, it seemed like every game, like Arizona State was a 3:30 game. It happened then. NC State was like a 7 o'clock game. Florida FSU was a 7 o'clock game. It just seemed like the entire game after the noon kickoff game, it all happened. So that's kind of my take on the flag planting thing. Like I said, win the game, no problem. You have no issue, but can I get a happy medium of like that type of energy rivalry without the brawl and the mace? So that's what the Bubcast thinks.